The Insured Zone. The Insured Zone with Bet Insured.
And now attention has shifted from the league football. Now we are focusing on international football as the World Cup qualifiers take center stage this weekend. Guys, it's another interesting episode of the Ensure Zone podcast brought to you by Bet Ensure, the biggest and the most reliable sport prediction platform anywhere in the world. Like I always say, I am FM Karik, and of course, the return of the big man Kaka in the building. Kaka, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful. I'm doing well. How are you doing yourself?
Fantastic. You do good,
yeah,
by the way.
It's good to be back. Thank you.
Of course, guys, straight without wasting time, let's see the result of our prediction from last weekend because we dropped some bumper predictions, and I'm sure you guys are definitely smiling from banking on those predictions. Let's go see them and we'll return back now. Yes, guys, welcome back. It's still the Ensure Zone podcast brought to you by Bet Ensure. I'm sure you guys saw all the results of our predictions. This is to tell you that this Ensure Zone podcast is the only podcast where you can always have the most reliable and bankable prediction anywhere in the world. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and also put on the notification button to get interesting predictions from us whenever it drops. And without wasting time, let's go to what we have for you this weekend. Like I said, international football will be taking center stage this weekend. Yes, Denmark will be at home against Scotland. A big game, of course, to really vie for this weekend.
Yeah, it's getting to the most important part of the World Cup qualification right now. A lot of teams can't afford to slack or And coming into the Denmark versus Scotland game, Denmark, most of the time when they are at home, they are very formidable. I think throughout the course of this qualifier, they've been quite very good. Scotland, on the other hand, as well, they've been fantastic as well, and you can't take anything away from them. But I think
Scott McTominay,
especially the big man Scott, he's been on fire lately. But I think Denmark at home, they're another very strong team. So I think not too much goes in this one, but I think Denmark would nick this one.
Okay, not too much goes, but Denmark might probably nick this one. Guys, straight to the prediction of this game between Denmark and Scotland. Yes, the prediction is said to be Denmark win or draw. Denmark win or draw at 1.18 odds. And of course, the scoreline is predicted to be 2-0 in favor of the Danish national team. But then the expert prediction stands at under 3.5 at 1.32 odds. Now straight to another interesting game. You might say a big power, a big force against a team that might actually, spoil the party. Ukraine will be at home against France. Yeah. What a game to expect.
Yeah, a good fixture, that one it is. Although Ukraine, it's been on and off for them since the start of the war in the country, and you really don't know psychologically how settled most of their players are. I think they still don't play in their home country. I think they still play in a neighboring country. And with France, on the other hand, despite the fact that they have a lot of big names, big stars, so-called, in their teams, they've still found it difficult to play together as a team. We know that is how international football could be at times. But then France.
And a lot of people have said that Didier Deschamps has had it better than even this current squad.
Exactly.
He has had teams that really gelled.
I think France have been so lucky over the years, with groups of very, very wonderful footballers. And coming into this one, I think I still I still fancy them to go a long way in the World Cup proper. I think I still fancy them, despite the fact that it's been on and off for them. They've not found the chemistry as it has always been over the course of the year. But coming to the Ukraine game, I still think France wins this one. At the end of the day, I think individual quality would definitely outshine whatever it is both teams put out on that day.
Of course, our individual quality to really tell in this game between Ukraine and France. And now to the prediction of this game between Ukraine and France.
Yeah, the prediction is expected to be France to win this one, a straight win at 1.45 odds. And the expected scoreline is 1-2. 1-2 in favor of France. And the experts' prediction is second half over 1 at 1.38 odds.
Of course, guys, straight to the next one. Another interesting game, but then some might look at it like, hey, not so a big game. England will be at home against Andorra. Do they even have a chance of survival? Talking about Andorra against the...
No, they don't. This is probably one of the straightforward games in this qualifiers this period. England, just like France as well, I think there's been a lot of changes there. There are a lot of changes, new faces all the time, and
even on the manager seat.
Even on the manager seat, there's always new faces in the squad every time there's international football. And I think from this moment onwards, this is the time you should probably have a definite starting 11 and routes
can always bank on.
Exactly, and routes to the World Cup. And England, everybody wants to feature. There's crop of talent. There's crop of talent in that team. And can you blame the manager? I think it's a good headache to have for the manager. And against Andorra, I think should be a clean sweep. I think there should be a lot of goals as well in this one.
Of course, it should be a clean sweep, and there should be a lot of goals. Guys, to the prediction of this game between England and Andorra. Yes, the prediction is both team to score no, and that is at 1.18 odds. 4-0 is the predicted scoreline, and over 3.5 at 1.30 odds for the expert prediction. Guys, straight without delaying. Armenia versus Portugal, another game. The Portuguese national team will be taking a trip to Armenia. Some say Portugal is one of the teams that really know how to play against all these, smaller European countries. They know how to grind the results out. Are you expecting the same feat from Portugal in this game?
Yes, with Cristiano Ronaldo in your side, I don't expect a lackluster performance in any team.
Even at his age?
Even at his age, he doesn't look like slowing down anytime soon. I mean, he's a fantastic athlete. And against Armenia is a place that a lot of teams have actually struggled in this qualifier. And Portugal, like every other team, individual qualities is on ground for them as well. I think over the course of the year, like you said, a lot of people have said these are the type of games Cristiano Ronaldo tends to outshine and start bad and all of that. Can you blame him? No. He has to He has to do his job at the end of the day, and I think coming into this one as well, might not as easy, but I think they will get the job done. I expect them to get the job done.
Of course, Portugal expected to get the job done, guys. That's the prediction of the game between Armenia and Portugal.
Yeah, the prediction is expected to be a straight win for Portugal. That is a away win at 1.22 odds. The expected scoreline is 0-2 in favor of Portugal. And the expert's prediction is over 2 at 1.22 odds.
Now straight, guys, to the game that is expected to be the star game of the weekend in the qualifiers. I guess we have picked this Turkey taking on the Spanish national team. Yes, they will be in Turkey to play against Spain. What a game to expect, because sincerely, the crops of players in the Turkish national team, fantastic lads. Is it Yildiz that is with Juventus? Yeah. Is it Ada Turan? And, all this crop of young talent against the Spanish national team?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we could probably call this generation of Turkish players probably their golden generation. I mean, the likes of Adagula is there,
Adagula,
um, Chanalogu
of
and the likes. Kenan
Yildiz.
Yildiz, like you said, I think they have some individual players that are playing in top teams at this moment. And over the course of this qualifier, I think they've been fantastic as well, especially when they play at home. They don't make it easy for teams. And the Spanish national team, on the other hand, as well. I think I've
Very
been, I
fierce.
think I have been very impressed with them. They are young and they are exciting. They are a very young and exciting team leading the line, Lamine Yamal. I mean,
Of
what
course.
can you say about him? I mean, he has the world at his feet at the age of 17 years
Nico
old.
Williams on
And
the left.
exactly, I
Rodri
mean, they
on the
have
right.
Pedri in the middle. They have a lot of fantastic players across the pitch. And I expect this one to be a beautiful watch, and we expect a lot of goals in this one. By the end of the day, I think Spain probably wins this one. I think Spain.
You don't think a shocker, right?
Yeah, I think it's gotten to that stage where you can't afford
To sleep.
to drop a lot. I think if you look at the Spain national team, I think there's a chance there. You look at them, you would think there's a chance there. But at the end of the day, I think in the Turkish side, I think sometimes they lack the cutting edge, and I think that might come against them in this one. But if Spain come at you and you don't defend properly, they would out you.
Of course.
They would destroy you. They are that good.
Of course, they are that good. Guys, what a game to expect between Turkey and Spain. Straight to the prediction of this game between Turkey and Spain. Yes, it is expected that Spain win or draw this one at 1.23 odds. And of course, 1-2, the scoreline is predicted, and a away win it has at 1.36 odds for the expert prediction. Now, guys, of course, it's still the Ensure Zone podcast brought to you by Bet Ensure. That now to our 20 odds a weekend banker on one expert, especially curated by our expert right here at Bet Ensure. Let's go see them. And now, guys, before we say our buys, some people are already winning out of our $200. Yes, right there in the Lucky 12 free predictor on our website. And yeah, you stand the chance of winning $200, like I said, and a lot are already winning. If you can predict 12 games correctly, you will win $200. And if you get 8 and 9 and 10, 11 games correctly, then there are compensations for you. And I can tell you sincerely, a lot of people are already winning in this. Kaka, to you now, are you already playing the Lucky 12?
Yes, I'm already playing, but I've not been lucky to get past.
We need to find luck.
To find luck. First week I got 5, and but just last week I
got 3.
last week I got 4. But yeah, I saw a couple of people won close to 10. Someone won 9, 8, 7, and I think there have been compensations for them as well. So you might as well stand a chance to win, to be part of our lucky winners on our lucky soft predictor right there on Bet Ensured.
Of course, guys, that is the information. Don't forget to log on to www.betensure.com to get this access, and also you stand the chance of playing the FPL challenge right there on the website. Big thank you to Kaka for making it on here.
Yeah, this is good to be here. It's always good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course, I am FM Carrick, and remember right here on the Ensure Zone podcast, we don't just predict the future, we ensure it. Bye for now.